Good morning, and this is my cultural space final project. So this is my table of contents, and I'm going to start with the society and environment around Rexcale. So Rexcale is located in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and this space is currently a community-based cultural and creative hub, which have a space for events, theaters, exhibitions, and many more. And on the right shows the location of Rexcale. So the social issues at the site when my group went to visit was homelessness, transportation issues, not disabled friendly space, alcoholism and safety issues, and rubbish and vandalism. The future that I propose for Rexcale is to solve the homelessness issue around Rexcale, creating a community for the homeless and the disabled. And the objective is to create a space for them to express themselves and also to create more job opportunities and to educate the homelessness. So the space will become a performing arts center, and this will help them to express their culture, emotions, beliefs, and many more in different forms, such as dance, music, theater, and so on. There will also be a hostel unit above, and this will allow the homeless people to gather and to have a place to live. And this space will also focus on the disabled people, creating it to be a suitable space. So for my stakeholder analysis, I've highlighted my three key players, which is the client, who is Kaki Sunny, the designer, and also the employees. My first case study will be Leaping Social Entrepreneur Foundation headquarters, and this building is located in Beijing, China, and the building was built by People Architecture Office. So this building is made with wellness in mind, and the office is designed around the understanding that physical activity is good for the brain, and the layout provides opportunities to move while at work. The design is that they have a running track with a central activity loop of suspended vegetation above, and this is where staff can exercise and walk throughout the day. This is basically what the activity loop looks like. And they also have the hydroponic gardens above with edible plants and aromatic herbs. And these plants are taken to the kitchen, which is on the right on the map, indicated by the black arrow, to be prepared for on-site lunch. And this is basically what the space looks like. My second case study will be One Central Park, and this building is located in Sydney, Australia, and it was built by Jean Novell. So this building is a commercial space with 6 stories of commercial retail below, and the top would be 2 towers of residential spaces. The facade concept for the east and north facade is a strong drapery of vines and vertical green walls wrapped around an urban skin around One Central Park. And the west and south facade will be brightly colored horizontal garden. So they focus a lot on vertical farming and also a slim horizontal planters and vine drapes over the western facade. For natural sunlight, every residential unit comes with a balcony that allows a lot of sunlight in. There's also a natural skylight in the retail shops, a vertical garden with natural light reflected with mirrors for the plants, and also glass panels on the facade to allow a lot of light in. For the ventilation, there's a lot of planter box at every balcony and also around the facade. So that's where warm air passes through the plant box and provides good ventilation and also cool air. And there are also solar panels at the top of the building as well. And there's also openings from every side of the building, and that creates good ventilation flow. For the material palette, they focus on creating a very modern design using natural elements such as concrete, wood, and also a lot of plants around the space. And it focuses on creating a very zen atmosphere and also polishing the space to give it a more modern industrial look. My third case study would be Waste Youth Transition Hub, and this space is in Melbourne, Australia, and it was built by Bent Architecture. This space provides support and a home for vulnerable young people on the brink of becoming homeless, and most of the teenagers in this space are between age 16 to 18. And this is basically the layout and what they provide in the space. And all the units in the space comes fully furnished, so people can move in immediately. And on the bottom left is basically what the space looks like. So at the front of each unit, it comes with a garden and also seating at the front where they can, design the whole space to their individual taste. And on the right is basically what the studio unit looks like on the inside. The design of the space, so it focuses a lot on maximizing the natural sunlight and having good ventilation in the space and also focusing on the privacy of the people living there. So the units are designed in an L shape to maximize the amount of northern light that enters the space and having sunny courtyards for all the residents as well. The multi-purpose area in the space comes with training kitchens which help younger children to learn how to cook. And also there are a lot of wood detailing in the space and a lot of bright colors to make the space feels a little bit more fun and happy. So I've analyzed the three buildings and basically wrote down the comparison between it. So the first and third case study is actually sustainable and also a socially responsible building. However, One Central Park is not a socially responsible building. And this is the comparison between all three of the buildings. So personally, I feel that Waste Youth Transition Hub is a very good space as it is a sustainable building. It focuses on creating a greener environment and it's also socially responsible as it helps young youth and it provides a home for the homelessness as well. So my proposed application for RexCare, these are the selections that I have chosen where natural sunlight and air ventilation is applicable from all three case studies. So the space is to create a performing arts center as mentioned, and the inspiration for the hostel studio units came from Waste Youth Transitional Hub, where what they've done is help the homeless in the space by creating a transitional space. So my idea is also to do something similar and to have studio units that are also disabled friendly. So from the first case study, Leaping Social Entrepreneur Foundation headquarters, the three things without the activity loop, hydroponic gardens, and also to focus on air ventilation. On the bottom right is the second floor plan, which is focusing on the studio units. So there will be a communal garden in the middle and the activity loop, which is a form of exercise, relaxation, and also a space that they can get a lot of natural sunlight because usually in performing art centers, it's usually very closed up with a lot of aircon. There are also large windows at the side of the building in the studio units, so it allows a lot of good ventilation and sunlight. And there's also edible planter boxes. So I've taken the idea from the hydroponic garden with edible plants and made it into planter boxes, which leads on to my next case study, One Central Park, where the planter box idea comes from here as well. So I've combined that with the first case study to have edible plants in the space. Another thing would be glass facade that allows a lot of natural light. So I've had large glass panels in the space as shown on the right, allowing a lot of natural light in the space, and also to add a skylight, which I've done there above the community garden as shown in the sectional drawing. This is basically the picture of the dance studio, which has the large glass panel. And also, if you look at the bottom right, you can see the drawing of the reception area with the void. And that basically allows a lot more natural light to come in the space. The third case study will be the Waste Youth Transition Hub. And this was the inspiration for housing units for homeless. And this space also comes with a lounge facility and a communal garden. So what I've done to that is basically I've changed it up to also have the community garden, but to also add a management office for people who are moving in, a medical room that helps them do monthly checkups to make sure that they are in shape for performances and practices for long hours, to have a lounge area for them to gather and also a laundrette area for them. In conclusion, this performing arts center with the hostel area is mainly catered for the homeless people to create a safe space for them to learn and most importantly to express themselves. This building is sustainable and focuses on a lot of natural sunlight, air ventilation, and to most importantly create a greener environment. And that will be my presentation for today. Thank you.